Another coronavirus vaccine is showing promising results.
AstraZeneca announced today its experimental vaccine is 70% effective on average and closer to 90% in some cases. The vaccine developed with the University of Oxford is the latest of several vaccine trials worldwide to post their results this month.
But as we get closer to mass production of a vaccine for COVID-19, questions have been raised about whether the vaccine trials had enough minorities in the studies.
Tonight, 7 investigator Heather CATALLO takes a look at the efforts to make sure the vaccine works for everyone.
Henry Ford Health System is the site for 2 different COVID-19 vaccine trials, and officials here say in Detroit, minority inclusion for this research is a top priority.
It hit really home.
The fight against the coronavirus is personal for Dr. Kelly McFarland. Her cousin's 5-year-old daughter, Skylar, died from COVID-19 complications last spring.
We've just all been so affected by it.
That's just one of many reasons this Henry Ford Health System surgeon wanted to participate in Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine trial. She also volunteered because she wants to protect her 4-year-old twins and the rest of her community from this pandemic.
If the study didn't contain minority patients, I wouldn't know what that information meant. Would it be effective for minority groups?
I thought it was a way to give back.
Christine Plummer runs a free medical clinic in Zeeland, Michigan. As a Hispanic or Latinx healthcare worker, she says she jumped at the chance to be part of the Moderna vaccine trial.
We need to have more people with our background in trials so that we can see if this is going to be effective for us as well.
The Moderna study had to be slowed in September in order to recruit more minority participants.
We know that someone, somewhere, is full of hope and strength.
A group funded by the National Institutes of Health even released this ad.
Walking the walk and rolling up their sleeves to go back to normal sooner. Volunteer to find the COVID-19 vaccine.
To get more minority volunteers for all 3 of the vaccine studies underway.
The way our immune system reacts can differ based on these genetic, racial differences, and sometimes gender differences. And this is why it is important that as we are looking at these factors.
Henry Ford Health System Chief Clinical Officer Dr. Adnan Munkara says because COVID-19 has hit Black and Hispanic populations more than twice as hard as other racial groups, diversity in the vaccine trials is critical. That's why the hospital did a lot of outreach in the community.
We've engaged them early enough, both in education, letting them know and being transparent with the data on that, making sure that their safety and their health is on the forefront, and they definitely came in.
Here's what we know about 2 of the studies. For the Pfizer vaccine trial, 10% of the participants are Black and 13% are Hispanic. For the Moderna study, 10% of the participants are Black and 20% are Hispanic. Moderna executives praised the Detroit community for being one of the most diverse test sites.
Nearly 30% of the participants from this site were of communities of color and of minority populations. And this is incredibly important as we study these vaccines.
But recruiting minorities for medical studies can be challenging because of past abuses during things like the Tuskegee syphilis study and due to ongoing inequities in the healthcare system. Trial participants like Dr. McFarland say greater transparency now should reassure those who are fearful.
It doesn't change the past, but it opens up a new avenue where there's open communication about what's going on right now.
Enrollment for another Phase 3 COVID-19 vaccine trial is now underway here at Henry Ford. That vaccine is from Johnson & Johnson, and health officials here want as many people as possible to sign up for that research study. We have information on how to do that at WXYZ.com. Reporting on Detroit's West Side, I'm Heather CATALLO, 7 Action News.
And meantime,